Hey yo, what it do, y'all? We're back again with another month, another blessed month. So grateful May was lit. So I think I'm gonna do these vlogs like monthly, and since that's the case, this is the next month. So also on a beautiful day, I'm just so grateful. You know, thanks for joining in again on this vlog. Where I share some, just things about my music, my art, and also just some current events and things going on. So last month in May, I just want to say shout outs to 934 Gallery, for featuring my album and my coloring book, The Agenda Joy. So that project, means so much to me. Specifically, I started it back in like 2021, but just kind of prior to that, I've had such great influence and such great mentors growing up, in academia and things of that nature. So that really inspired me to, want to basically like be a different type of academic. An academic that really focused on being a part of, the community. So my main focus in sociology, so if you don't know me, well, I guess this is a welcome, right? I'm a sociologist of family and marriage, and I center community organization. So I've been teaching for about 4 years at University of North Texas at Dallas. Shout out to them. And prior to that, what got me like interested was really just seeing how communities share resources and such of that nature. So the Agenda Joy, specifically, like that series, came from, I would say really inspired by like Bell Hooks, a lot of their work, W.E.B. Du Bois, their work, and countless others. Really, I can go on for days. And as I did my research, from like 2013 onwards, even on my campus, so I went to the University of Texas, San Antonio. Shout out, Go Rowdy, and or Get Rowdy, my bad. And when I was there, I started to notice like these stickers on campus that I was just like, yeah, this don't look safe, And a lot of things that folks are experiencing today with the different things that are happening, specifically violations of human rights and such of that nature. I was noticing these things being written into instruction for people. And my first discipline is computer science. So my first degree is in multidisciplinary studies. So it's computer science, sociology, education science, basically history. And I noticed, well, if these people are writing, this sort of rhetoric that can be programmed into the human consciousness or collective consciousness, then there can be something else that can be written as well that counters it, or at least balances it in the idea for the sake of harmony, right? So the agenda series, specifically the Agenda Joy, was the kickoff of just that. Large concepts is what we typically focus on in sociology, and then narrowing them down through micro situations between social groups. Not the person, but social groups, right? The person matters, obviously, because the person makes up the social group, but about the social group at all in total, right? So the Agenda Joy, specifically having this large overarching concept of what is joy. How do we actually put that on the agenda of life? That came from that, stemmed from that, and through my own personal life was like, what is joy to me? So I started this I've always doodled, and I always do a lot of visual art just for my own fun stuff, and a lot of my album artworks are actually things that I've created. Most of them are, if not all, but maybe 4. Are ones that I created, or creative directing. And so visual, aspects of storytelling is really important to me. So as I did this doodle, it was just joyful with me. It made no sense to other people maybe, or it makes sense to some people, but for me, it really brought on this idea of joy. So that's the album cover, and then that inspired the coloring book. The coloring book is, the track titles, the track listing for the album, in just different formats. So each, track title has a meaning, just like the song has a meaning, right? So there's different illustrations to couple that. So I'm gonna shout out 934 Gallery, in Columbus, Ohio, for featuring my coloring book for their adult coloring night and the album as well, and sharing that with people. You know, it was beautiful to see people's interpretation of their own joy. Because my whole, you know, tagline with that is, you know, there is no comparison in joy. That's the whole reason why, you know, the doodles look the way they do. That's the whole reason why I encourage folks to just color however they want to. There's no lines, quote unquote, lines to color in. You know, there's words that you can discover as you color. You know, there's affirmations, there's things that spark inspiration as you color, but it's not meant to be rigid. It's not meant to be this, right? Because your journey is your journey. Your joy is your joy. As long as it's not hurting nobody or yourself, you know, you're good, right? It's kind of hard to hurt somebody with coloring book unless you're violent. So I'm just grateful. Thank you for sharing that project out there. Anybody could order that book. My coloring book is on my website, AmiaMusic.com, and you just scroll. Literally, it's like the first scroll down. So I'm very grateful. That's what's been happening this past month. I can think off the top of my head today, but I'm excited for this new month. I'm performing at Pride, Eternal Pride in Houston, Texas, June 14th. Y'all pull up. It's gonna be at Moth, Houston, Texas. It's off Lorraine Street. So you guys can go to my website. It's $5 at the door. So yeah, you buy tickets to the door, but I'll have like the event stuff posted so you can see more. You know, like where to find the show, folks from like Shelby Rupert to Ace Alexander and more. It's gonna be dope. Real fun time. So I'm excited. And then on June 21st, the summer solstice. I'm grateful to be a part of the 5th annual, 5 years, this is awesome, 5th annual Grand Rising Summer Solstice Summit. I'm very grateful. I'll post more stuff on my website. I give lots of thanks, gratitude, you know, to everyone involved. Yeah, I'm just really grateful. Y'all tune in. I'll post more information about that beautiful festival as well, where you can tune in and really learn a lot about just yourself and how to, you know, support the greater community as a whole through different tools and systems, specifically for practitioners, spiritual practitioners who are Black, Brown, Indigenous, you know, Latinx, etc., you know, in the diaspora. So I'm very grateful to be included in that. Seriously, thank you so much. So yeah, y'all tune in. Go to my website, AmiaMusic.com, you know, /peace, if you want to check out, you know, more about what my session will be about. Is going to be Legion of Peace. So that series, continuing that series, and not a coloring book. It's a whole walkthrough, but you can actually, you know, do the walkthrough before if you'd like, and then when you come on, we'll go through that walkthrough and have any of your questions, you know, ready so we can go through them together. You know, I'm really grateful and excited. So the Agenda of Joy coloring book album, Agenda of Peace, is my most recent one, and that is a walkthrough, basically I would say a meditative walkthrough, meditative workshop that goes through peace broken down through an acronym. So patience, endurance, alchemy, compassion, and exchange. And I'll be walking through basically what all that means. And like I said, if you want to kind of see before time, ahead of time, get a little, you know, do some extra credit, then you can go to AmiaMusic.com/peace. The P is not capitalized, so make sure it's lowercase so that you can actually get to the site directly. And then also in between the Agenda of Peace and the Agenda of Joy, there's the Agenda of Love. Now that album is out everywhere. It's a really great album. I would say it's one of my favorite albums. Very romantic in different ways. So if you're interested in, you know, diving into different ideals of romance, definitely tap into, you know, the Agenda of Love on any platform that you would like. But if you want to hear, like I said, Legion of Peace, you can go through that walkthrough before it's out everywhere. Really, you can go to my website, legionofpeace.com. Or I'm so sorry, it's not legionofpeace.com. AmiaMusic.com/peace. And then you'll be able to find my album there, a private link as well. So I'm really grateful for all the beautiful things this new month is blossoming. There's so many things I look forward to sharing with y'all in the future. So much joy, so much love, so much peace. And yeah, in the meantime, I have that summer mix ready for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Preparing for the summer solstice too. Anybody hopping on some boats, you know what I'm saying? Going on some great, you know, park days with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Looking for something to move your body to relax to, and you know, some songs that I really enjoy that also include my set list. Songs from my set list actually that I'll be performing June 14th in Houston. Yeah, so yeah, it's like a double whammy for y'all. So I'm grateful and thankful and so blessed to be here with you guys today. Again, thank you for tuning in. Enjoy that mix. I'm gonna post a little snippet after this, and then yeah, you can get the whole mix on my Patreon. So that's patreon.com/AmeliaMusic. I'll have all the links posted, blah 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 blah, all that great stuff. And holla at me.